Hello everyone, I'm Travis Faulkner with Hale Game Calls, and I'm here today to talk to you about 3 deadly early season calling strategies that you can use that'll get the job done. You know, a lot of people make the mistake during the opening weeks of leaving their calls at home. You know, we're still a long ways away from the rut and they think they don't need them. Whitetails are vocal throughout the entire year, not just the rut. So you definitely need your calls every time you go into the woods. There are 3 types of calls you can use during the early pre-rut that'll coax a shooter right underneath your stand, one of which is a social grunt. And I'm going to demonstrate it today on my all-time favorite grunt call, the Hale Death Chamber. It's my favorite because it's very versatile. It's got a knob on the side that you can make adjustments. You can go everywhere from a dominant buck grunt down to a social grunt, to a young buck grunt, to a doe grunt, all the way down to a estrus doe bleat. And it's even got a tube on the side where you can do a snort wheeze. Now, with the social grunt, when I use this call is when I'm in a situation where I see a bachelor group of bucks out there or just a single buck, and I see I'm not going to get a shot, and they might just be a little bit out of range, and to get them to close the distance, I'll just hit them with a social grunt. Again, it's non-threatening, it's non-violent, it sounds something like this. All right, and what that does, that hits on their curiosity. They think, well, who is this new guy? Who is this buck? And they'll come in, check it out, and bam, you've got a shot that you didn't have before. Another call that I'm going to use, and I'm going to demonstrate it on the Hale pack rack, probably the neatest rattling call I've ever seen. It's compact, lightweight, and it doesn't make any noise during transport. Now, what I'm trying to do with this call during the early season, I'm not trying to simulate a knockdown, drag out, throw down fight. I'm trying to simulate a sparring match, which is just a light pushing match. They're going to lock antlers and they're going to push each other back and forth. It's not that aggressive. Sounds like this. You're just tickling the tines. Pushing back and forth, locking up. That's all you got to do. Now, when a buck hears that, just like people, if you're out on the street somewhere and you hear that somebody's fighting, or you hear people fighting, or you hear people sparring or wrestling, you're going to go to it and check it out. And the same thing with bucks. When they hear this, they're out of curiosity again, they're going to come in and they're going to check it out. And again, it'll give you a shot. The third call I want to talk about is a snort wheeze. Now, snort wheeze usually associated with the rut when bucks are more territorial. However, some bucks, you can just tell, like people, they just walk around with a chip on their shoulders. They're territorial all the time. Even when they travel in bachelor groups, you can tell the other bucks won't mess with them. And what you want to do with this, if I'm in a tree stand or in a ground blind, I look out there and I see a buck that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt I'm not going to get a shot, what I'll do is I'll hit him with the snort wheeze. And folks, that one call, I've seen bucks this time of year, opening weekend, bristle up, get all stiff-legged, march straight to my stand, and give me the shot I was waiting on. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got the shot. These are not calls, they're shot generators, and that's why you need to have them with you every time you hit the woods. Good luck, good hunting, and knock a big one in the dirt this year.